Hi everybody, my name is Gubuan. In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate accounting leads online like a boss. My wife's laughing at me. So I like to do these kinds of videos just off the cuff. What you're going to learn are 3 easy steps to generate accounting leads online. Before I get into this, I just want to give you kind of an overview of what to expect. I'm going to break up these videos into segments. I'm going to put it into a YouTube playlist so you can watch it one by one, or you can go back to the different segments. You're not going to worry about kind of fast forwarding and rewinding and that kind of thing. So I'm going to solve that problem for you. I want you to be able to take action on the information that I give you. So that'll help you do that. So a little bit about me. I currently am employed in the corporate America world. I'm a business analyst. I work in the Oracle software system, and I have an accounting degree from the University of Oregon. And I'm currently a CPA candidate, passed all my CPA exams, and I'm just finishing up all of my core competency requirements here at this current position that I have. So I'm not quite yet a CPA, but I do have a lot of corporate accounting experience and bookkeeping experience in previous positions that I've held. You can check out my LinkedIn profile and get to know me there if you'd like. Follow me on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. Leave me a comment, let me know if you have any questions. So now that that's all out of the way, what I've kind of done in my part-time outside of corporate America is I've studied a lot about online marketing and generating leads. And the reason why I looked into this particular field was because I knew that there was a way to leverage technology, and there was a way to develop extra skills to kind of supplement what I was doing in corporate America. Now, accounting and marketing, you wouldn't think that they kind of mix together, but really it's business overall, right? You have to have your marketing to generate sales and revenue, right? But you also have to have that accounting knowledge, that bookkeeping experience to make sure that you understand budgeting, cash flow, and expenditures and that kind of thing. So it kind of correlates with each other when you start to look at it in that way. But you're here because you want to learn how to generate accounting leads. Maybe you have a bookkeeping business that you're building up. Maybe you are an owner of a firm and you're wondering, what can you do to take yourself to the next level, take your business to the next level? That's what I'm going to do for you here. So make sure you take notes, pause it, take really good notes, pause it, take action on the steps that I'm providing you, and let's just get started. So step 1, you want to be special, and that's just not some weird thing that I'm trying to say here. What I really mean is that you need a unique selling proposition. If you're a business owner and you already have a firm, maybe you already have one of these. I've seen businesses fail time and time again because I like to analyze businesses. I like to follow their progress, whether it be through their annual reports or what's on the news, or just kind of small businesses in general as I'm walking by. I did a case study on a failed coffee shop. You should check that out as well. And one of the things that I've really noticed over time is that a unique selling proposition is organic, but it's also something that businesses really hold to themselves, and it gives them the personality and the uniqueness that people are really looking for. Now, accounting is a little bit different because, you know, people just want to hand you their financial statements, or they might not even have financial statements. They might say, just do this for me. I don't know numbers. I'm not a numbers person. You've heard that saying, I'm sure, a million times. I'm not a numbers person. You must be really good at numbers. When the reality is that it has nothing to do with whether or not you can add, subtract, multiply, or divide. It has everything to do with, are you organized? Are you organized? Can you make sure that the financial statements that you're creating are reliable, right? If they're relevant, they're reliable, they're not misstated. that's what it's all about. And people just, they don't understand that. But the reality is that you need to stand out from all of those people that are just saying, yeah, sure, I know accounting, I know bookkeeping, just bring your stuff to me, just basically hand me your business, give me the keys to the car, I'll look under the hood, and we'll see what we got, right? And that's what people need to do to satisfy their clients. But for you to differentiate yourself from every other accountant and bookkeeper out there, what you need to do is you need to specialize in something. You need to have an industry specific niche that you are in, whether it be, maybe you work with mechanics, maybe you work with dentists, maybe you work with flower shops, maybe you work with businesses that have 500 or more employees. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of something that you have to grasp right off the bat. So make sure you stand out. So that's step one. We're going to move into step two. So if you're watching this video now, you can go ahead and move on to step two. If you're watching the playlist, go ahead and let YouTube do its thing. So step two is you need to create a marketing campaign. Now we're talking about lead generation here. So with lead generation, one of the key things that I think as a person that's in the finance world, you might not really think about marketing a lot. And over time, over the many years that I've studied marketing now, took a lot of marketing classes in college, and I've been doing online marketing since about 2009, and maybe earlier than that. One of the things that I realized was that you need to identify your avatar. And the avatar is your perfect client. It's this person that exists without existing. And what I mean by that is you really just kind of literally have to close your eyes and picture this person. If you're working with small business owners that own flower shops, maybe it's somebody that reminds you of your mother, or maybe it's somebody that reminds you of your sister, or a neighbor or something like that. They, what kind of car do they drive? Is it a van? Is it an SUV? How many kids do they have? How much money does their business make? What are their perfect clients? What is their need? What is their problems that you're trying to solve? Those are the people that you talk to. So when you start to create a marketing campaign surrounding that, so you take your unique selling proposition, your USP, and you take that and you present it to your avatar, and the avatar should immediately say, yes, that's solving my problem. How much is it, and where do I pay you? How do I pay you? Like, that's really how the marketing campaign should be. So with that being said, you have to identify, the next point here is traffic sources. So you have to identify the traffic sources. And inside of those traffic sources, your avatar may be present in those different arenas. So let's just take Facebook, for example. Number 2 most trafficked website in the world. It has a multitude of different ways that you can generate leads. So when you create a marketing campaign, you need to identify the traffic sources that you're going to have. Now, depending on how large of a marketing campaign you're going to have, let's just say you have an unlimited budget, right? With an unlimited budget, you can go online and you could literally create content that will suck in your perfect lead. It's like a vacuum, it just sucks it in. And, to narrow that down, let's say you don't have an unlimited budget. Let's be realistic here. Let's say you have $500 a month. Then you have to really think about your avatar and that type of individual. Because if you're targeting a successful business owner, well, they might have money to spend. If they're spending a lot of money, where do people that spend a lot of money hang out online? That kind of thing. If you're on Facebook, so let's go back to the Facebook example. Your avatar, maybe they're into Let's just stick with the flower shop example. Maybe they're into gardening, right? So let's say you create a pay-per-click campaign, so an advertising campaign where you pay money every time somebody clicks your ad, pay per click. And every time somebody clicks on that ad, they are driven to a gardening site or a gardening fan page or an interest page. Let's call it an interest page. And inside of that interest page, they may see a bunch of things that might help their flowers stay alive longer. Well, inside of that page, maybe on the right side, you see this ad that says, "Are you a flower shop owner that needs help with your accounting?" Right? That's a generic ad that probably won't do very well, but as an example, that's the message that you're conveying is, do you need accounting done? Are you losing money? Do you need your accounting done better? Are you trying to do all of your accounting on your own? Stop. Don't do that. Here's a free report that shows you how to find the best accountant, right? You can kind of manipulate your avatar in a way where they understand what kind of message you're trying to convey. And the manipulation actually isn't the right term to use. It's when you think of your avatar, you've got to think about it in terms of bringing them through a process. Manipulation is definitely not the right word. It's bringing your customer, your client, potential client through a process, and that process is for them to really understand what it is that you have to offer. So you're presenting them with the problem they may or may not know they had. If they don't know they have that problem, you're telling them, look, do you realize you're losing all of this money because you don't have a proper accountant? Okay? The next thing then will be to say, okay, here is what you're doing wrong. Let me show you all the things that you're doing wrong. See, the online marketing world works in this fashion. You present a problem and you give the person the answers up front. It's really strange how that works, but it's a psychological sales tactic that works. And you say, here are all the things that you're doing wrong. Well, immediately in their mind, what they're going to say is, well, wait a second, those are all the things that I'm doing wrong. I can't do this all on my own. I actually need help doing this. But wait a second, you seem like a pretty credible source, but you just told me how to fix everything. Well, can you help me fix it? And that's how you bring somebody through the process. So it's you're taking them by the hand, you're showing them, here's your problem, here's your here's your solution, and here's the sale. So the advertising budget, clearly, talking to a room full of accountants here, budgeting's key, right? You can't overspend your budget, but you need a good return on your investment. So when you create a marketing campaign and you only have a budget of $500, you need to really understand what's your return going to be. And the different things that you're going to experience online are going to be a learning experience. You're going to pay for a learning experience. Unfortunately, that's how things work. Unless you have a mentor that can show you how to spend your money and where to spend it. Okay, so the next step here is generate accounting leads online, like a boss. And this video, what we're going to talk about is how to execute your marketing plan, how to drive traffic, how to test and tweak, and how to convert. So just to kind of summarize the first two steps, if you haven't already been through to the videos, first one is step one, be special. Create your unique selling proposition and stand out. The next one is create a marketing campaign, identify your avatar, your traffic sources, and your advertising budgets. Okay? Now, in this particular video, I'm going to talk about execution of your marketing plan. Now, you are an accountant by trade or a bookkeeper by trade, and I understand that. but you're going to have to be a business owner in order to move your business from point A to point B. And the responsibility that you have is to execute your marketing plan. The execution of a marketing plan is very, very simple. You have your branding, you have your unique selling proposition, and then you have all of the different elements that make up your marketing funnel. So with your particular plan, you have to have a step-by-step roadmap. So it's going to look a little something like this, right? So you have, let's do 30 days, for example. We'll break 30 days down into 4 weeks. In each of those 4 weeks, what you want to do when you're generating accounting leads is you want to have some form of offer. So you have a bunch of mini offers. You have mini offer 1, mini offer 2, so mini offer week 1, mini offer week 2, mini offer week 3, and then week 4 you have your end of month closeout offer. And you repeat that. Think in terms of a car dealership always having sales, right? Everything is a sale. Everything is an event. As I shoot this video, we just had a US holiday, Labor Day specials, right? Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, your birthday, your anniversary, your neighbors, bought a new house. Celebrate that. Celebrate anything. Any reason to hold an event that you can use to leverage an event that's happening, you definitely want to do that when you execute your plan. So make sure you're always creating cycles of promotion. The next thing is driving traffic. So the key here to drive traffic is that you're either paying for it online, pay-per-click, banner advertising, solo advertising, pay-per-view. There's all kinds of different ways to drive traffic. But the point here is that you need to make sure that you're always driving traffic, that the traffic never actually stops. Because the second the traffic actually stops, your business is really just going to fall flat. There's not going to be a reason for people to buy from you, because they're never going to find you. So you have to constantly have that traffic when you want to generate accounting leads. So the next piece is when that traffic starts to hit your sales funnels. What's going to happen is you're going to get enough, you're going to have a sample size that's going to be large enough that you'll be able to extrapolate some statistics out of it. So you have 100 hits to a website. How many people gave you their name and email address? How many people gave you their phone number? How many people did you call? How many people did you close? What was your return on your investment? How much time did you spend on converting that lead into a sale? What's your cost per customer acquisition? All of those things you're going to be able to you have all this information. And once you have all that information, you can then tweak, right? You can say, that traffic source sucks for this kind of a lead. That ad didn't do well. Let's not run that ad anymore. Let's change the offer. Let's do this offer at this time of the month because people really responded well to that. Last year's, end of the year offer was just amazing. Let's do that again at the same time. Those are the kinds of things that will happen when you start to generate leads. Now the conversions, you got to convert your leads. Right? Generating leads is nothing. You can generate leads all day long. Online, it's not that hard to generate leads once you know what you're doing. The hard part is converting those leads into clients. So once you start to convert those leads into clients, then you have a real business, right? I mean, you're not making any money until you're making money. So that's really the key piece. At the end of the day, you have to convert the leads that you get. So here's a number of different ways to convert your leads. So one way is to do it through a written report. It's one of my favorite ways to convert leads, because an individual, they land on your report and they read the report and they're like, okay, everything that you've said has now solved my problem. What else do you have for me? I love reports like that. Another way is to get a client, a potential prospect, into a sales presentation. So a recorded video presentation. So a lot of times we'll hold a webinar and we'll record it, and we'll allow people to decide right then on the spot whether or not they want the service. Another way is to build a relationship with them via email. So we have an autoresponder email that just sends an email every day saying, hey, here's another tip, here's another tip, here's another tip. Oh, by the way, I do offer my services. If you enjoy these tips, we can show you how to implement these tips into your business, and we can get you started. Here's my offer, mini offer, week 1. Boom. Right? So that's really the gravy of this whole point, the whole process. Okay? So I hope you really understand what we've gone through with those 3 steps. The last thing that I want you to do is I want you to take action. What we can do for you right now is I can give you a 30-minute consultation, a free 30-minute consultation. What you need to do is send an email to support@markgubuan.com. In the subject line, I want you to write "Accounting Leads Like a Boss, 30-minute consultation," just so that I know why I'm getting this email. If you do not do that, I will not be able to give you this free 30-minute consultation. In this consultation, what we'll go over is your marketing plan as you have it, your unique selling proposition, and I will help you to tweak your plan before you go into your ad spend and start to lose a bunch of money on this, okay? I want to help you, and I'm going to do it for free for 30 minutes. Now, this offer does expire when I reach my capacity. So as of right now, I'm shooting this video, and I will probably take probably 10 of these 30-minute consultations over the next 14 days. So please check the date on this video. In the description, if you see that the offer is still live, that means I've extended the offer, and I will literally write in the description below, offer live, and then a link to where you can contact me, or you can send me an email here, support@markgubuan.com. Let me know what you think about this presentation. Leave me a comment, share this, like this, embed this video into your websites. In this training, watch the training as many times as you need to. This is Mark Gubuan. I will see you on the next video.